job and be in charge like him. Of course, if that happens, I'll have to hire a lackey to do all my scut work. Mike, do you need a second job? It's pretty much exactly like your first. But no, you have to love the stash. But you gotta love the stash. It's the only place where if you spend enough money, they give you a job. Am I right, Sunday Jeff? But enough of the also-rans. We have the man of the hour here, Brian Quinn. You know, everyone always busts me for not answering Q when he texts me. What most of you don't know is that almost every night he texts me for advice on how to seal the deal with some dame he met. I get Q laid so often he should call me Cyrano Git'em in the sack.
You were Googling like a madman, weren't you?
That's how you power through it.
I think the only person Q talks to me more is Wesley Snipes, but that's just for tax advice. I asked Q to recommend a bank to me, and he gave me the number to his because apparently it doesn't have any branches in the United States. The operator had a lovely island accent. This is the bank. They don't give you a toaster. They give you a burner phone when you open an account.
These are some solid tax evasion jokes.
Q hates taxes so much he's a shoulder holster and some camo overalls away from a standoff with the IRS. But you do have to feel sorry for the guy. He's so damn cash poor. I heard he's going to adopt the soupy sales method next season on Impractical Jokers and ask all the kids to go into mommy and daddy's wallet and take out the green pictures with the funny men on them and send them to him.
Well, at least you're being fucking topical.
I did not expect a soupy sales joke.
Me neither.
That's it? Oh, excellent job, Git'em.
Good job, Git'em.
That was solid, man. That was solid.
Hello, Kevin P. Morris, or E.K. Morris, or whatever Walt's calling me today here. I remember when I first met Q, because he stalked me non-stop on Twitter until I acknowledged his existence. Then we met in real life in London after a Space Monkeys pod, and proceeded to have a massive laugh and get incredibly drunk with Brian. Brian wasn't drinking, of course, and by all accounts had one of the worst nights of his life, except probably that time when he paid that stripper to shoot up in his motel room. Anyway, Q and I became friends, and even Brian became a friend, though God knows he had enough reason to dislike me, and I've been a loyal ant ever since. Q, buddy, I'm so proud of what you've achieved. I remember one night before Impractical Jokers had really taken off, you were describing to me how torn you were about whether to stay with the fire department or to carry on with the TV work. You talked movingly about how you thought you might be good at being funny, but that you knew you were really good at saving lives. About how, in a tense situation in a burning building, you became calm and knew how to get people out. And there weren't many people that could do that. And now you don't have to do that burning building crap anymore, and instead you get to shill yourself to anyone who pays you on Caribbean cruises. Congratulations, Q. I like you. Here's to another 40 years or so.
When Sunday Jeff isn't out fluttering or illegally returning toys for Walt, he's attending indoor leagues of any nature, answering to Jeffrey, and may or may not be burning down mini golf courses. In case you're unaware, Sunday Jeff is Jewish. So, Sunday Jeff, you're the authority on this. It's been said that you only roast the ones you love. Now, do you think Hitler totally misinterpreted that quote? And he actually loved Jewish people?
You wanted groans, right?
Yeah.
You got him.
When we first opened the stash, Sunday Jeff was a regular customer who bought a lot of toys, so I always gave him a discount. And Walt would give me shit for it. It's not Walt's fault. Walt's not as cosmopolitan, cultured, or as enlightened as I am. I knew from the moment Sunday walked through the door, eating a bagel and lox, bragging about his circumcision, demanding to know if the toys were kosher. I knew he was going to Jew me down, so I made it easy on myself. You think I'm joking? When he bought toys, he'd only complete the transaction through a hole in a Star Wars sheet he carried with him.
I like that one.
Sunday Jeff.
Groucho glasses and a cigar.
There you go, right? Hey, got lots already, right? Hey, who brought the hyena? Jesus Christ. Ooh, I tell you, that laugh. Ooh, that laugh. Sounds like a billy goat getting raped. Know what I'm saying? Speaking of billy goats, hey, Max, how's your sex life? Oh, I tell you. Where's Git'em? Oh, I love Git'em. There he is. Git'em, you goofy bastard. I like you. You're all right, buddy. You just have to stop hanging around here on Sundays. I'm telling you, for the last time, just because my nickname is Sunday Jeff, that doesn't mean it has anything to do with ice cream.
Good one, right?
It's a good fat joke. It's a subtle fat joke. That's great.
Oh, where's Poltergeist? Oh, there he is. Chris, just the other day I was watching one of my favorite movies, The Wizard of Oz. And when I saw the Cowardly Lion, I immediately thought of you. I do believe it spooks. I do believe it spooks. And then there's Mike and Ming, who have always been close to me. You hear about Mike and Ming's new podcast? Well, neither has anyone else. Don't worry, you guys. There's one thing this podcast has that yours doesn't. Listeners. And who can forget about Mike? Everyone. And then there's a Bride. Bride was a little tough, but, the other day I went to the doctor and I felt really depressed. I felt really sad. I says, what do you think I got? He says, it sounds like you got Brian Johnson illness. I said, Brian Johnson's illness. He says, I don't know, but there is no cure for it. I says, well, then what do I do? He says, I don't know. Nobody made it past 24 hours. They usually kill themselves.
That's the one joke I heard, and I was like,
I saved the shitty one for you.
Okay, is it shittier than that one?
Right, he got it.
I know.
And now to the man of the hour, Q. I know you're from New York, and New York gets a bad rap. But I love New York, especially Staten Island. It looks beautiful. Everything looks good from a distance. I always know when you come to the stash, Q. There's seagulls flying all over the parking lot. Well, just the other day, I was in the supermarket with a young lady, and she comes up to me and says, you're Sunday Jeff. I said, yes. He
Believable
says,
so far.
I know Q. I says, how do you know Q? She says, I'm the one that gave him his nickname. I says, you gave Q his nickname? She said, yeah. After our first romantic night together, I called him Q for quick. I started with the last one.
How to fuck?
Great job.
All right?
Awesome.
Hey, you put these at the end.
You want that parties?
Yeah, you're going to need them, brother. You might want to smoke that cigar.
Oh, wow. All right.
Soupy Sales Groucho. Who would have ever thought?
Cutting edge of comedy. Cutting edge of comedy.
2016, still relevant.
Hey, Q, it's Douge Stanhope. I haven't seen you since that wonderful cruise you brought me on, that Joker's cruise, which was fantastic. You didn't tell me I should have dressed like it's the fucking deadliest catch. What was the name of that boat? The Edmund Fitzgerald? For Christ's sakes. Ernest Shackleton had better weather, and he came home with a sunburn after 18 months in the Antarctic. Anyway, had a great time. Yes, I had an indiscretion, and I lost my fucking wife on that cruise. I blame you, because you have the fattest fucking fans I've ever seen in my life. They look at a slob like you as their goal weight. And so the first girl I saw that was under 200 pounds, I just assumed had to be my wife, and I banged her. So that's your fault. I'm sure that you've got no pussy on that cruise, because if the name of your show was the 4 guys least likely to get laid, you'd still get voted least likely guy of the 4 to get laid. I heard you're turning 40. I think you're turning into Artie Lang. That's what I think. I think he's the ghost of your Christmas future. Say hello to Sal for me. I know he's always by your side because he laughs at anything and he makes you look good. I hope those guys don't get tired of carrying you through another season of your show, and I'm surprised they don't call you Ringo by now. Happy birthday. I'm sure I'll see you in a bar somewhere where I'm punching out and you're punching in for the night shift. Happy birthday.
I was going to introduce our next roaster, Brian Maxwell, as the mouth from the South. Too easy, right? I investigated it. I saw the nickname was already taken, so I'll just go with what everyone calls him anyway, the asshole on Reddit who everybody hates. The Brian Maxwell has never made a secret of his love of pot. He's a big marijuana proponent. In fact, when I got here, he was out in the parking lot rolling a fatty. Don't worry, Git'em. I'll get your wallet back for you. I introduced Walt. I introduced Walt and Q to Maxwell through a podcast he used to do called Will You Sign My Cast, which, like most mega successful entertainment ventures, imploded over a $40 loan. In a bold move, Maxwell rose from the ashes with a new podcast, Maxwell's House, which he charges for. Now, the price isn't too bad. I looked it up. It's only $20 a year, which works out to about $1.67 a month. And that means for way less than the price of a cup of coffee, you can support an abrasive, delusional Okie who has the balls to charge you at all. Maxwell, it's only fair to let you know I've started a petition on change.org to legally force you to change the title of your podcast from Maxwell's House to Here Comes Money Boo Boo. The Nerdist, Bill Burr, Mark Maron, Rogan, Carolla, all free. Maxwell, he's cashing checks at a check cashing place since felons can't get a bank account. Dude, if I wanted to pay for some hayseed to bellow in my ear for an hour, I'd fuck your wife again. That was over the line. I really shouldn't talk about family. Please extend my apologies to your cousin for me. Right, fucking Maxwell.